So you want to know how to prank, and you want to do a mini cannon prank. Well, today, Chase Gilroy and I are going to show you how to get it done, starting right now. First thing needed in a mini cannon is a high pressure air container, or CO2. If you can't find high pressure air in an area near you, go to a sporting goods store and get some CO2. It'll work. It'll get the job done. Next, you're going to need some kind of hose or something that you can connect to your high pressure air or CO2 tank.
The most important part of this cable, cord, hose, whatever, is that it has a little pin inside that activates the pin on your tank. So it basically opens it up. Like that. The most critical part to this hand cannon is this little trigger right here. It's your basic air compressor trigger, but we're gonna modify it. The first connection we need is to get the hose connected to our trigger. So this is the 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch nipple. And then what we'll want to do for every single connection, everything that has threads, we'll use this white Teflon tape. It's really easy.
What's the Teflon tape do?
Teflon tape makes sure that you have an airtight seal.
That's exactly what you want, because when you're loading your cannon up, the last thing you want to do is have a leak coming through your hose and your cables and everything into your blaster, and then that's going to cause your stuff that's inside to start leaking out.
Yeah, it's awful and embarrassing. Alright, so Teflon tape, real easy. You just start it, wrap it around maybe 2-3 times, and then just pull it off. Screw on your connection. You might want to get a pair of pliers to make sure everything's tight, but
pliers would go there. We're not going to use them right now.
We don't need pliers. Alright, so we've got our 1 inch to 3/4. We'll just take this guy, stick it in here. Obviously, put your white Teflon tape in there. Make sure everything's airtight. That guy now fits onto here.
We are connecting to the hose that will connect to your tank.
So we have the basic initial fitting. The hose now connects to our trigger. Well, now we have to have something on the other side that connects to, in our case, this tubing. So basically what we're going to do is, this is a 1/4 inch out. So we've got a 1/4 inch coupler. Screw that guy in there.
Like a glove. And don't forget to use your Teflon tape whenever you're putting any of these threads together.
Alright, next up is the 1/2 inch to 3/4 nipple. Then we got this PVC 1 inch.
The cool thing about this PVC pipe is you have the thread on the inside that will connect here. Don't forget to use your Teflon tape. But this is nothing, there's no threads on this side, because this is going to fit into that. So depending on what kind of setup you have, this may not be the exact measurements that you're going to need, but you're going to have to go to the hardware store and figure it out. Also, when you put your pipe together,
very hard.
You might want to get something that's going to fit tight and snug. But if you can't find something, it's okay to grab a pipe that a tube that might be a little bit bigger, because you can get these clamps. And those clamps, these tube clamps, can go around your tubing to secure your connection, to make it more airtight. But in this situation, we won't need the air clamps, tube clamps, because this baby fits tight like a tiger.
Here's a little modification. You could say you want to do something a little different than that. You could put a funnel on here, like an automotive funnel. Just cut it to fit the tube and tape it, or whatever you got to do. That way you can blast a whole bunch of stuff.
Depending on what you decide to load your mini cannon with, you may want to use some wadding or something to put down in there, so it's like it creates a blast. So it's not just pudding that just goes out. This wad will actually give it a better projectile. And the best way that I get pudding in here is just, we just suck it in. Mini cannons are a lot of fun, but these things are super dangerous. They pack a lot of pressure. So make sure you practice safety, use caution when you use this, live inspired, shock the world, and if you want to see me prank Chase with this mini cannon, click the link at the end of the video. Here, bro, this is help. Hey, Chase, I need you to clean my ceiling up too, bro.
You clean yourself.